Yeah, recording started. Hello guys, good evening. Um, I think it's always like the usual to introduce yourself before you start a video, so I'll just do that. My name is Ayotamide Babala. I'm a software engineer and also a Google developer expert. You might know me as Caesar, and today's video is just going to be a simple documentary intro, right? So few days ago, someone made a tweet. I think I have the tweet open here. Someone made a tweet. That was Beatrice. She made a tweet and she mentioned when we devs have something like this, right? So this person was talking about LinkedIn and everything you need to do about LinkedIn, right, for the designers. And it turns out that on Twitter we don't always like talk about how to sell yourself as a developer. How to also like build your portfolio, the process it is going to take, and the likes. So there are no motivation, nothing, just software developers vibe coding everything and vibe living everything. So you're living based on vibes, no roadmap, nothing, nobody to tell you what to do, and the likes of that. So Beatrice made this comment and she mentioned, I'm jealous when we developers have something like this to end. I saw the tweet and I saw it was something I could do because for me, I've had the okay, I've had the worst LinkedIn over the past like few years. I've never taken LinkedIn seriously in my life, right? And the reason for that is because I'd say it's because I was lazy. Right. LinkedIn felt like too much. Whenever I go to LinkedIn, I see people making this long ass posts, and I'm like, who is reading all of this? Right. Because definitely not me. So whenever I go to LinkedIn, I get overwhelmed. But I'm much more comfortable with Twitter because if I scroll through my timeline, you just see all you're just reading is like a small tweet that makes you laugh and it gets to the point very, very quickly. Over the past few weeks, I've also been having it in my head that I need to start working on my LinkedIn, right? On my LinkedIn profile. And I've also been very, very unserious with the community. And I felt like it's a very, very good like place to start. So I also made like this comment where I mentioned I can do something like this because of course I want to. But if I'm going to do something like this, I need like a form of motivation. Right? Because I'm not going to LinkedIn and then I'm just, trying to vibe everything without anybody giving opinions or telling me what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right, and without me also having opinions, right? Because LinkedIn is not something I've used. If you check my LinkedIn post, I don't think I've personally made up to 10 posts. I don't know. It's been a while since I created it. So I might have, I might not have, maybe some of the times when I tried. But yes, I saw this as an opportunity to kind of like, okay, build my profile alongside every other person. So I created a small group. It's called chat.whatsapp.com, and geez, it's a group. I might put that in the description for those that are seeing this and want to join. You can just join via the link. But I've been having problems with spams. Um, Anyways, just joining. We'll figure out that on the way. So yeah, I created this group, and this I need to block people's number. I need to block people's number. Hmm. I don't know how to do this, but I'll try to figure out something if there's a way I can block all these people's number and yeah, maybe I'll not need to scroll too much. Maybe. But anyways, um good evening, everyone. This is my first time. This is me just doing like an intro to the group, and this was when I saw the group got to like 200 people, right? I made a few ground rules. So this particular video is aimed at people just joining the group, so you can understand what's going on. So I made a few ground rules, right? Respect only relevant noise. Of course, the group should be just software engineering stuffs because I don't like WhatsApp, right? If you can see, I have over 630 unread messages. There's a reason for that. Is because of too many spams, right? When people maybe message spam, personal message spam, or some group spam. And since I'm the creator of this group, it's not going to make sense for me to leave the group because I'm getting too many messages, right? Or I should just ghost the group like that. So I don't like spams. And what I try to do with this, I try to control the kind of messages I am getting and the likes of that. So yeah, that's just it. So sometimes I turn off the group, sometimes I turn it back on and the likes like that. So I give some group rules, and I also okay, this we don't get. I told everyone to share their LinkedIn. This is the link to my own LinkedIn. So if you can see, this is what my profile picture looks like, right? Very, very bad. I This is like very, very old, right? Maybe like 2 years ago or something around that. That was when I made all this update. So it says I'm a mobile developer with so 2 years of experience, and is hmm. Anyways, sure. There were a few things I saw in which I was going to like highlight. I'll scroll down now and tell you what I did. But yes, I shared my LinkedIn profile with people because my LinkedIn profile is going to be the base for what I'm going to be using to grow and build my LinkedIn and everyone's LinkedIn and my approach to some of the things I do. And we would also spend some time like learning from each other because I'm not an expert in this thing. I don't know I don't know anything. The fact that I'm recording a video doesn't mean I know what I'm doing, but based off experience, based off learning, and based off study, right? I can tell what works and what would not work. And I'm looking at this to be like a very, very long engagement, right? So here's mine. I'll just try to open this new tab created. So LinkedIn takes wow. Yeah, I can remember. So there was something else I did, right? Where's my WhatsApp? There was something else I did. So copy. I'll just try to create. I saw I could update the URL on LinkedIn for my profile, and I did. I don't know how I did that, but turns out you can. So this should take me to my own LinkedIn. Wow. I don't know what's going on, but I'll just maybe they deleted my LinkedIn already. Maybe who knows. So this is what my LinkedIn looks like compared to what I have earlier. Compared to what I have earlier, this is what I have earlier. Very, very bad. I am a mobile developer, blah blah blah, working with startups and the likes like that. It's just too much of gibberish. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, after studying a few people's profile in which I'm going to open and show you what I did, I noticed a few things and I've updated them. Number one is you have to be serious, but you don't have to throw all your resume into your about session. That's one thing I noticed, and I'm going to share that you have to be serious, but you don't have to. I'm coming from the world of Twitter, right? My Twitter bio can be anything, and nobody really cares. But yeah, for this about session, you have to be serious. Get to the point very, very quickly. Right. So when people see your profile, what do they see first? Let's go back to me. You say, "Oh, I'm a mobile developer with 5 years of experience." Who cares? Who cares, right? Whenever I read this, I'm always laughing. So, yeah, this is absolute garbage. Let's try to find my profile again. Let's see what it's going to show this time. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. WhatsApp group. Please share something. Very good. Please share something. I don't know if this is a network issue. I'm connected. Oh well, it's not showing anything. I think it's a network issue. But it's supposed to show like the first few lines. It's going to show your header, it's going to show your last job, and it's going to show like the first few lines of your profile. Yeah, so for me, it's most likely going to show something like this. I'm a senior mobile engineer, blah blah blah. I built this, I built this. I don't know how many, but that is something we need to review. Maybe I need to update this about most likely. But yes, I would try to review that. I'll ask questions and would learn from there. So I've made some update based on what I've studied, and I decided to be very, very intentional with my about session. right? I'm a senior mobile engineer with over 9 years of experience in software development. 7 of those I've spent deep in the world of Flutter. Yeah, 7 years of experience. Yeah, it's either it's 7 or it's almost 7. Who cares, right? So yeah, I've spent most of my life, building geography based applications, and also currently I've been much more looking into AI, right? And I need to specify that because that is one of the goals I plan to like run on LinkedIn. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I'm sorry if it's too long. I like talking, so you'd have to bear with me. So I don't know how. So I'm trying to like niche my LinkedIn and tell people I want to be much more focused on AI and maps over the next few like months. Meaning whatever I'm going to be posting on LinkedIn is going to be AI maps and maybe some bit of like Flutter tips and the likes like that, right? So this is me already shaping how I want people to perceive me. uh, Again, this is like my own POV, right? I'm shaping how I want people to perceive. I want people to perceive me as someone who is like very, very good with AI. Now, I've written this about, right? I also needed to highlight top skills, Flutter and Dart, developer relations. That's another field I am to an extent trying my best, not professionally, but I can at least be a developer. Then they told me to choose services, and I saw this plenty services. I think I might reduce this thing. It looks. I don't like when something feels too much, right? I like minimalist. I'm a minimalist person. You can tell from maybe whatever design I build and everything. I love minimalism. So all these things feels too much, right? And maybe this was the reasons why, or this is one of the reasons why I avoided LinkedIn in the first place. So I have this featured session, right? I saw that the featured session is a very, very important session because when you go to people that have, in which I will check, this is we reviewing what I've done. When you go to people that have nice this thing, you're going to see their featured session packed with nice project. And I was like, oh, what are the best like open project I've worked on? Because a lot of the time the projects I am working on are always NDA backed. So some might be 3, 4 years NDA backed. And I I might not have like, a lot of projects I can point at, but I can point at a few projects on the App Store. And yeah, but majorly, I just want to showcase my skill set. I want people to perceive me as someone that knows what is doing. So number one, I felt like since I'm going to be talking a lot about geography and maps and the likes of that, I saw that this would look very, very good on my LinkedIn page. So I left this solar system there. It's a project I built, like, let's check the year. Please show me the year. Please show me the year. Please show me the year. Like 3 years ago. Wow, I'm so unserious in my life. Yeah. Anyways, the fact that 3 years project is on on my portfolio, man, it just shows how unserious it's been in my life. But yes, this is a project I worked on 3 years ago, and I built like this solar system 3D with Flutter, and I felt like it would stay very, very nicely on my featured page. Then I have this code part project that I worked on. It's kind of like an ID. I don't even know if it still works anymore, but codepad dot is it no, it should be dot that mine dot I don't know if it works anymore, but it's not working. I Okay, let's try this codepad. Let's see if this works. Please work, please work, please work. Okay, this works. So maybe there is a problem with, oh, the backend is also bad. I'll need to revive this. But yes, maybe there's a problem with the DNS. I have not paid attention to that project in ages, so yeah, I did a bit of some repost. I know I gave the stock in Kenya and they tagged me. I reposted. Also there are this, I don't know how. Yeah, okay, I own this company, but to be honest, anyways, I just did some reposts. That's my own activity, but personal post, I don't think I've made personal post. So one more thing I also try to do is again, I love minimalism, and I try to keep my profile as minimalist as possible. But I don't know why. Yeah, I need to update this timeline. But yes, I had it like, my most recent software engineering role, and the contract I had, there should be some other projects here. But again, I think I mentioned it on the group that I am going to try as much as possible to tone down my experience so that I can see what works. So this is me building for myself and building for everyone on the group, right? So I want to see if LinkedIn really cares about the number of experience you have, right? If they really care about that, or um, yeah, or maybe it's just quality that matters. And I have been able to like show that there is quality in some of the work I did. Right. For instance, now I mentioned how I was part of like the core engineer. Some of the things I led, like building an existing or migrating an existing React Native app to Flutter, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. But it's just me telling a story, right? I don't know if it works or not. So yeah, so this is me using my LinkedIn to kind of like, learn about LinkedIn. I am going to be, oh, of course, I'm going to be like direct with you. We have 134 profile views, like 13 post impressions. I know I used to have a lot of messages here, but I've viewed them already. I used to have a lot of messages. So for you to know how bad I was with LinkedIn, I used to get a lot of messages. But I viewed them already. I responded to a few, and it was from somewhere from some connection, somewhere from jobs, like jobs that I missed as a person, right? I don't check my LinkedIn messages. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I also have 13 post impression, but I wonder what post this is because I have not made any posts in the past 7 days. So one of the things we're going to try to do is to carry this profile views to something better than this, right? 14 search appearances. Yeah, it's to carry this profile views to something better than this. That's the first step. But anyways, let's go back to the group. I'll scroll down. I told people to share their LinkedIn, so I'll just like scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down to where I started analyzing people's LinkedIn. Right. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Oh, okay. So there is this first one I found just from like a few search. So this person is Ajanis Do La Rosa. I don't know if I butchered that name, but I'm sorry if I butchered your name. But you can already tell something from here. I'm a software engineer passionate about AI, blah blah blah. This person already added the university. There are a lot of info you can already get from this person. You know this person is top notch, right? Let's open this person's page. So yeah, you can already tell a lot of things. This and you see the featured, right? See the featured. This person is a minimalist, and this is the person I'm going to build my profile around. I don't know what this person's stats looks like, but this person has like at least to an extent. But I found this like profile to be very, very nice. So to me, that's good enough. Another thing I noticed is he also isn't doing too much. He also isn't doing too much like me. He doesn't like it's just minimalist, and that's fine, right? So another thing that I noticed is endorsement. I'm not a contract person, so again, the I don't think I I know how I can count how many people. But anyways, we'll figure out this endorsement part. Um, but for now, it just mentioned volunteering, and some of the things I noticed is it has like images around. So if you worked at somewhere, make sure they at least have logo or something. That's one of the things I noticed, and he's also very, very active on LinkedIn. He makes some posts. Then let's go back to WhatsApp. Then Thompson. So this one is a bigger. This is me analyzing between smaller account and bigger account. This is a very big account. I used to see him on my Twitter page before Elon Musk took over, but for some reasons I I stopped seeing him. Anyways, you can see how straightforward this profile is. He's a big person, so he can do this, right? He just tells you, it gives like an info. So if you try to connect with him, let me just follow him. If you try to connect with him, it's not possible anymore because he already maxed it out. I'll verify later. He already maxed it out, right? He also mentioned that he's an experienced, blah blah blah, this, that. and it posts a lot, and these are features, right? So yeah, so I don't see him posting like, project he has built and the likes like that, but of course he's able to like tell stories and give like thoughts, gives its 2 cents and the likes like that. Anyways, his experiences are like 2011 more experience. Anyways, his experiences are a lot. So if you have a lot of experience, if you do a lot of contract work, this profile is very, very good for you. The only one I would not recommend is about session. Don't do this. Don't do this. Or you can, right? We'll find out if it actually works or not. Um, yeah, let's go back to the WhatsApp group. Then there is a third person. You can already tell. You've gotten the full details. Who the hell is this? I'm not going to pronounce this name because I'll definitely butcher it. So this is our account. So she has 191 followers. She's a top voice on LinkedIn, senior software developer. I am this, I am that. You can already tell a lot of things, right? So profile, so this profile, this is evidence, right? This is evidence that when you have like a very, very strong profile, you don't need to do too much. And that is one of the things we're going to be looking at over the next few months that we're going to be working together to build our portfolios and profiles, right? Ah, God, I'm turning to a LinkedIn influencer. I know, I don't care. Anyways, back to WhatsApp. Um, then this is Prosper. I can't keep adding like foreigners, right? I need to also add like Nigerians to show you guys from a Nigerian perspective. So this is Prosper. Yeah, so Prosper is a very, very big person. He just tells you who he is as a co-founder and he's a developer advocate. Um, yeah. So basically, you can see they are not doing too much in their about. Your about session is not a place to it's not a place to put your resume in, which I as a person I was doing before. I don't know what else is wrong and what else is right, but anyways, he he shows it shows everything is building, it shows everything is working on and the likes like that. So that's kind of like his post. His post also is a lot because he's a very, very experienced person. He has been working as far back as 2012. So we can't compare. We can't compare each other, I'm sorry, as far back as 2012. So where was I? Most likely in secondary school. Anyway, so we can compare, but this is his wasn't this is his profile. So project goodset.io from 2015 to present. Yeah, so he has like little endorsement. Interesting. Just one endorsement. I can get. Oh yeah, he has a lot of endorsements. He has a lot of endorsement. So we'll see how relevant endorsement is. Once we like explore and experiment. Recommendations on us. This that. Let's move on. So yes, that those are like the profiles I analyzed over time. Then let's look at the analysis, right? So number one is the profile picture. Compared to my profile picture that I shared then, right? Prosper's profile picture, it shows very, very confident, professional lighting, blah blah blah. So again, the one of the things we've learned is that first impression on LinkedIn counts, right? And that's what everybody that have been optimizing their LinkedIn profile, that's what they've been doing. Also, LinkedIn kind of like prioritize profiles with photos in their search because if you don't have a picture, there's no point being on LinkedIn. There's no point being on this group. Just get it out. Also there is this Ajanis De La Rosa passionate headline. So this person is a software engineer passionate about artificial intelligence, just clearly state. So there's also the niche clarity, right? And that's the same thing I did. Yes, I can remember. I did that too. So I had to mention AI and maps, right? So I'm very, very niche, but I'm also very, very flexible. Yes. So let's go back. There's also the profile picture very, very clear. Then there's tagline voice, right? So, this person, very, very straight. If you work at a big company, very, very easy. Software engineer and Spotify is good enough for you. Same way I can easily just put Google Developer Expert, right? Very, very straight to the point, minimalistic, very, very minimal. And that's because of the power of your brand name. So the key takeaways is your profile picture is your first impression, right? So for all of you just joining, your profile picture is your first impression. Use a very, very high quality, well lit headshot. Avoid distractions in the background. So let it be clear, like your quality, the quality of picture should be clear. And basically just pick up profile picture from the ones I share. Also craft headline like that sells you, right? Go beyond just like your job titles, combine your role plus niche, blah blah blah, this and that, right? So right, this is kind of like the formula I felt like works, and that is why what I'm using at the moment, right? Where's my profile? So mobile engineer 7 years, blah blah blah, and then there is the final bit, which is what value you create, right? So could be that you're passionate about something, you or whatever you do. But for me, coaching, coding, creating value. And the reason why I'm saying coaching is because I'm currently coaching. Anyways, I do that too out of like LinkedIn, but yes, I'm currently coaching. Um, so write your about, right? Use 3 paragraphs. Who you have, like I mentioned, very, very clear, very, very clear, very, very clear. One thing I also mentioned is when you're writing your about section, I'll recommend you write it yourself. Right. The reason for this is not because AI would do a bad job, is because the about section needs to have a bit of like an empathy. And based off my experience with ChatGPT, that bro is not empathetic, right? That bro is not empathetic. So in your featured link, you can add your portfolio, you can add your GitHub, you can add your project talks, resume, or pitch deck, right? So I already told them to do this, right? So once they do this, refine your LinkedIn. I told everyone in the group to refine your LinkedIn. Once you've refined your LinkedIn based off what we've discussed, right, we're going to move to the next stage. Did we already move to the next stage is like the question. So, oh yeah, this is me talking about my LinkedIn and my update, right? So I mentioned it's not perfect yet, like I already mentioned. The key is not perfection, of course. I'm using my profile as a testing ground to find the God. Many people are making me type. Never, it's been a while since I typed episode. Yeah. From what I've observed on LinkedIn, there is no strict proof. Okay, this person asked for like profile picture. So I also highlighted the fact that there is no strict blueprint because I've seen different profile pictures on LinkedIn. Some people are just in front of their workspace, some people have nice headshots. I look too professional on my LinkedIn. Let's go back there. God, I'm too serious, man. Why can't I just be shitless on LinkedIn? Yeah, maybe if I have a different career, I would like maybe being a model. Let me see. Model. Model. I'll models on LinkedIn. Okay. Okay, I can do fashion model. I can do fashion model. Let's see what their profile picture looks like. Their profile picture is not them being shirtless. It's not them being shirtless. Mhm. Okay, so you can't be shirtless on LinkedIn. Only on Instagram. Please don't check my Instagram. Anyways, let's get back to what else did I say again? Oh, also I mentioned the YouTube channel. Please and please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Um, I'm sorry I'm not going to be editing. I already mentioned this and you guys were okay with it. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is where I'm going to be dropping a lot of all these things. I had to refine this YouTube channel from how many years ago? I know I made this post like 2 years ago, so maybe it's up to 2 years, but I had to make this particular one private. So if you're checking the channel, you might not be able to see this because this is a speed code. I was trying to do something before, but anyways, I made this video private already, so you would not see this. But yes, we are on 161 subscribers. Which is not a bad thing. I don't like I care about the subscribers, but also I might care. Maybe if I get more subscribers, I'll make more quality content, and I would like, invest in editing. I will. Yeah. So subscribe. Yes. So basically that, thank you very much for watching this long video. I don't know how long I've been here. I'm sorry I did not keep track of my time, but yes, hopefully in the subsequent video, since this is an intro video, this is just kind of like a recap of everything that's been happening in the group. Um I in the next video I will try to watch my time. And please, I don't know if I want to watch my time, but I will try to. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Let me see if there's something else I'm missing. Okay, just a few ground rules, right? That's all. Yeah, so if the 400 of you are subscribed to my channel, I'm going to have like over 500 subscribers. From there, who knows, right? When I'm making all these posts, maybe when I'm doing research, I could be recording them as videos, right? And just impress me enough. Thank you very much for watching. How do I stop my recording? What if I was never recording? Yeah, I was.